Lez Hang Out. And let's talk about what Leslie's about. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Lez Hang Out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lez Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Lee Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is a place where you can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. In season 9, we are continuing to release our Patreon bonus episodes. Our most recent episode is on my old ass. You can listen to that at bit.ly/lespatreon.
Also, we want to let you all know this episode is being sponsored by Wet For Her. And listen, the holidays are coming. Maybe you want to be doing some shopping to, spice things up a little bit. Get some new toys, if you will.
We want to help you do that.
For the holidays.
For the holidays, for the high holy days, for any day, really.
And if you do want to shop at Wet For Her, make sure that you use the code WET for Lez Hang Out.
Which, of course you are. Honestly, obsessed with that. And our referral link online is wetforher.com/wetforlezhangout. So there's no way you can not remember that.
Yeah.
So
just think of how the podcast makes you feel and, follow your heart.
Treat yourself to some sex toys on Lez Hang Out, and we hope you get wet for Lez Hang Out.
As Ellie and I desperately try to make it through this segment. In the greater Lez universe, Ellie, Brittany Snow, hot off the heels of The Hunting Wives, is in a new show called The Beast in Me, which I've seen described as Brittany Snow wants her turn to play Margot. So I hear that she's a little bit more predatory in this. It also stars Claire Danes and Natalie Morales. So I don't know how gay it actually is, but she's got some vibes in the clips I've seen.
I love it. Brittany Snow's really having a moment.
Yeah.
Also, the queer internet is freaking out because they're pretty sure that Renee Rapp and Toa Bird are engaged, but there has been no confirmation. There was one TikTok video that was 6 seconds long where Renee held up her middle finger, and right next to that finger was a gigantic diamond ring.
Uh-oh.
So could be possible that Renee Rapp and Toa Bird are engaged. I feel like it would be a very Renee Rapp way to announce an engagement.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Ellie. We just hard launched one engagement last week.
I feel like, honestly,
hard launching another one.
like Renee Rapp's been is copying me.
Yeah.
Stop copying me, Renee.
Be a little original.
We get
okay?
it. You were jealous and you wanted to make your own announcement. Exactly. Get your own engagement.
Yeah, stop riding this wave, okay? God.
Also, let's have a joint bachelorette party.
Yes. Oh my God, do it. Okay. Also, in the greater Lez universe, I guess, possibly. So there's a high school in Des Moines, Iowa that postponed its fall play last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't explicitly say why, but everybody's sort of assuming that it's because they were doing a production of a show that is apparently very popular right now. It's called She Kills Monsters. And it is the story of a woman whose parents and little sister die in a car accident. Very sad. She decides to get closer or feel closer to her sister by playing a Dungeons and Dragons module that her sister had written.
Mm-hmm.
And while playing this module, sort of also starts to realize how much her sister was exploring her sexuality and struggling with her sexuality and all this stuff. The high school was performing a version of this play that's called the Young Adventurers Edition, right? So it's already has been kind of sanitized heavily, I assume. But they did say that they had to adjust certain elements of the production that did not fully align with the core values and mission of their school. So anyways, people have some assumptions, and let the kids be gay, Iowa, is all we're going to say, okay?
They're gonna be gay anyways.
They're going to be gay. They're all gay. Let them be gay.
Let them be gay. You're so right. Well, that's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee. Thanks, Ellie and Lee, and welcome to our 157th installment of Should Have Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, I've got a black magic woman.
That's
got
good.
a black magic woman. You were expecting Santana, right? That's what we were all
Yeah, it was
waiting for.
It was exactly what I was waiting for.
I want you to know how long it took me to find an appropriate song for this.
What were the other options?
Right.
There was not a whole lot. There was not a whole lot. I think some of the other options were, what was the other? There was another witchy one I had in mind, and now I'm blanking on it.
I Put a Spell on You.
No, but that was on the list of like trying to look up supernaturally songs.
I mean, I
tried my best.
There is
Ellie.
another Black Magic song by Little Mix.
Yeah, but we've done that one already.
All right, I don't keep track of you. Do you have a running list of all this? Should we make a Spotify playlist of all? Actually, that would be funny, of all the introduction songs you've ever done.
All the dumb things I have just made people sit through as I do this. So.
Yes.
Anyways, we are joined by a very special guest, a friend of the pod. We have returning Kristina Pupo, who is a Taurus, an actress, a filmmaker, a producer, an independent showrunner, a creator of the new web series Death is a Babe, and an all-around spooky gal. Kristina, welcome back.
Thank you. That's really an impressive sounding intro there, and now I'm feeling like I need to live up to it, so hopefully I can.
I wish everyone could see the incredibly spooky Zoom background that you have on, because it's really helping, I think, sell the bio.
Yeah, I can bring the spooky. That I can do. I don't know about the other stuff.
Yes.
But we'll see.
It's a perfect time for it as well. We are recording this episode October 22nd. It will probably come out later than this, but we are fully in spooky season.
Yes.
And ready to have a spooky episode. So what are we talking about today, Lee?
We are talking about the hit TV show Legacies, which, what do you even call a sequel of a sequel? What's the...
I mean, it's the spin-off. Like, this is
the
many spin-offs.
Been spun and spun again. And it's
it just
my
keeps
how
spinning.
the turn spinning has spun.
Yes.
Something. We're talking about Legacies.
Which is a spin-off of The Vampire Diaries, which then is also a spin-off of The Originals.
Well, no, The Originals was a spin-off of The Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
And then this is a spin-off of
The Originals. Yeah.
Yes. That sounds right.
Yes.
It's something. Can you tell that Ellie and I clearly are locked
Yeah, this
in?
is not, I will say this is not our universe, but Kristina, you were really excited to talk about this, so I'm curious.
Yes.
When we were picking something, why did this one stand out to you?
Well, so, okay, I specifically watched Legacies in hopes of some good queer content that wasn't fulfilled in the way that I wanted it. And so it's like, it's left an impression of like a void that, just never got filled. God, I'm really saying that. But it's just the kind of thing where I feel like there was a missed opportunity. There was like some relationships that really were shining on screen, as many people who ever watched the show can say. And so I just like, when it came up, I was like, yes,
this is it.
That should have been all the gay.
Yeah.
Like there was some queer stuff in it. Yes, but everyone should have been gay.
Yeah, I feel like this lands very squarely in like a should have been gayer space for us, which like, to be fair, we'd love to do a should have been gayer, because I feel like there's a lot of shows, particularly this like era is sort of interesting, right? It came out in 2018.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like the era where everyone was like, we're so progressive, like we're throwing queers and everything. And you're like, but like, but like, did you really? Yeah. You're like, oh, we're all bisexual, but like, we always end up with men.
Ellie, you're getting into all of this.
I'm sorry.
And I haven't even read our IMDb synopsis
I'm
yet,
so sorry.
And I'm feeling like it doesn't even matter.
You know what? That's because it doesn't. It's okay, Lee.
Wow, you don't remember any song I've sung in the
okay,
intros.
Lee. You matter to me. The
read
IMDb synopsis does not. But yes, please read us the IMDb synopsis.
Okay. The extremely compelling IMDb synopsis for hit CW show Legacies is as follows. Hope Michelson, a tribrid daughter of a vampire werewolf hybrid, makes her way in the world.
Is that it?
I kid you not.
What the?
In what world?
Can I curse?
That's it.
Yeah. Do whatever. You can say whatever you want.
Absolutely curse, because it's fucking terrible. That's a terrible IMDb synopsis, which is why we're going to do better. So, Kristina, do you have a better, gayer synopsis for Legacies for us?
I think it's unfair to say better because anything is better than that
Yeah.
sentence. But yes, I'll give it a go. Okay. Let me just get into this zone here. Okay. Legacies is a coming-of-age, supernatural thriller where a boy made of mud threatens to come between a forbidden love affair between the all-powerful tribrid with justified daddy issues, Hope Michelson, and the dark witch whose powers can only be softened by a longing sapphic stare, Josie Saltzman. Together, these two young women fight to save their friends from unimaginable horror and mud, all while yearning for the one kiss that can save them from themselves. That is my show.
Can't be topped.
God, incredible. I feel like I didn't even get far enough in to know what the mud is about, but God, I'm excited. That's delightful.
No, it's not though.
Yeah.
Ellie, what's your gay synopsis?
I also didn't get that far. I tried. I watched a few episodes and then a bunch of compilation videos. So here we go. Hope Michelson, tribrid daughter of a vampire werewolf hybrid, gets stuck between two twins in an epic lesbian love triangle that we didn't need any men there for. That's all. I feel like for me, it's both of the twins. I feel like each of them have different things to offer.
You know, I can see that. Mm-hmm. I could see it unfolding.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I went with. I said, Hope Michelson is the literal opposite of a manic pixie dream girl. She's an angsty, lonely nightmare creature who somehow misses every opportunity to explore her obvious gayest urges.
I want to be an angsty nightmare creature, just FYI.
Here's the thing. When you, like, manic pixie dream girl, I feel like, is the embodiment of, like, the male gaze. Right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, when you're the opposite of that,
it's the female gaze.
It's the female gaze. Like that felt obvious to me. And then I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And I'm gonna watch you pine over that man.
Yeah,
I know.
Unacceptable.
Yeah,
unacceptable.
I feel as though just from, like I said, from watching all these compilation videos, I feel like it's just like they really pigeonholed her into like, this man is the love of her life from the first episode. Oh my God. And like never let her explore her sexuality, which like, come on.
Yeah. So like, spoiler alert, the boy, Landon.
Yes. Yeah.
Is mud.
Oh, that's sad.
Like, okay, look, in the supernatural world, he's like a golem something or other. Look, there's a thing called Malivore. There's a lot of stuff going on. And honestly, it was a while ago since I really watched it. But look, just what I remember is there's all that. And then there are these women in the show. Mm-hmm. And they're all so much more interesting. Automatically from the get-go, from the pilot. You know, you have like these cool witches who are twin sisters who are obviously like deranged a little, which, you know, always a turn on. And then, you know, Hope, who is like a badass and like, but like, why do we need this moppy little boy who's just like really like, he's a buzzkill kind of throughout. And, you know,
he's got too much eye makeup, too much angst. It's a lot.
But you know what? He was also a missed opportunity because I remember in the intro, like he has like Raphael is like his best friend and they have a bromance and I'm like, just make it a romance. Like pair him with his buddy. Like everyone should be.
There's room. There are technically foster brothers, but they're foster brothers. They're not related.
Yeah, exactly. Come on,
like,
guys. Let's
how many times have we like, what's the movie Drives Me Crazy? Like,
yes, right. Why did we let it happen then?
And they won't let it happen with these two men.
Yeah. No, it's just not
Clueless?
right, is what it is.
Like,
yes. Oh my God, Clueless.
They won't let it
I have
happen.
to ask Kristina because we heard a little bit of the motivation behind picking Legacies, but I'm curious with your experience with the show. Were you like an OG Vampire Diaries through the originals, or did you just watch Legacies?
So the funny thing is, I had always heard of Vampire Diaries, obviously, because I exist in the universe. But I was a diehard Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, and I thought it was cheating to then like see other vampires. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like a weird time. You know, it just felt like,
I feel like it does make sense. I've never seen the Vampire Diaries.
yeah. Well, and also like, you know, I remember I even felt like that with like the whole Twilight thing. Like I was just like, I know what vampires are. I know the way they're supposed to function. I know the world they're from, and it's not any of these other worlds. And I was like really stubborn about it. So I didn't, for the longest time, allow myself to explore other vampires. Is this like my coming out story? And then I realized I stumbled upon Legacies.
The comp head of vampires. What do we call that? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Comp Buffy.
Yeah. And so I stumbled upon Legacies, and honestly, because I think there was nothing to watch at the time, because I didn't even discover it, I think, since the start. It was lockdown, I think. I was like, gotta watch something. And then I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. And then for reference, I went back to Vampire Diaries and I started to like try to watch that show. And you know, it's very hetero. It's very hetero. There were like moments that I was like, all right, but I didn't really watch it all the way through. I feel like whoever is out there who are diehard fans of this show, please don't come for me. I'm a really weak person, and I think this is great that you're fans of all of these shows. It's beautiful. It's lovely.
It's a very diplomatic thing to say on a podcast where we're about to really rip this show apart.
It was like just a preface.
Yes, because there are very diehard Vampire Diaries fans. And to be fair, I probably am going to do a big Vampire Diaries watch. My fiance is a big fan, so like, I also don't want to offend her. Like,
right, I know.
I feel you.
Let's start off on a good note. Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. But I got some context into it. But definitely Legacies, I feel like was very CW, like younger generation. Now we're all kids in this magical school. And look, I dig it because like I like a magical school, you know, send me to magical school. It's just, did it go off the rails at some point? Did I tune out at some point? All of these things are resounding yes. But what kept me there was the queer baiting, which I hate that I fell for it.
Yeah.
The queer baiting between this potential romance between Hope Michelson and Josie Saltzman. And I know it was like a whole thing, the hosey of it all online. I'm not the only person who feels this way. It's very validating. I feel like the actresses spoke about it many times, like being pro, like, yeah, let's just have it happen. You know, everyone wanted it except the creators for some reason.
Yep.
Which is always like but why?
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a piece of it when like it's like, I don't know, when the fans get too much into it, they're like, we don't want to just be fan service. And it's like, why not?
Right. I mean, that's my dream, is to service fans. Not in a creepy way. Jesus Christ.
And we are going to use that clip in all the promo.
And then her career abruptly ended. Here and after.
Yes.
Legacies was my swan song. Who
That's
knew?
fucking hilarious.
Oh,
I'm curious. I'm going to reroute us a little bit from that.
Please do. Please do.
So, Death is a Babe. Are there vampires in Death is a Babe?
There are.
Okay, so you were like, okay, I can get over this. Like, there are other vampires that exist outside of Buffy, and like I'm going to use them in my own content.
Yes, I've owned it since.
Okay,
and I am like continuing. But to be fair, the inaugural episode in Death is a Babe that shows a vampire is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer homage episode. So it's paying tribute the entire episode. So, you know, I feel like now I can do it.
Excellent.
I love it.
This, I have to say though, it feels like in some ways, we're sort of in the like what our experience with this show is. I did not watch Vampire Diaries. I did not watch the originals. I did not watch Legacies other than and
then the podcast ends.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye y'all. Peace. Other than in the last like week or two where I have managed to watch 9 episodes of this show, and that is truly an achievement in my life.
I'm honestly really impressed with you.
Aren't you? Thank you. But I do have to say, having not seen Vampire Diaries or the originals, I think part of why I watched so many is I'm actually really enjoying it because it feels very Buffy reminiscent with the like Monster of the Week kind of kind of vibe. And I was like, I'm totally digging that. Like that's my jam of a show. I'm actually I love that. So it also feels in some ways like it's a little bit paying homage to that in some ways too, which is fun. It just didn't get as gay as it needed to. That's,
Well, yeah. My experience also was I watched like 5 or 6 episodes today in one.
I beat Ellie. Yes.
So in one day, I had a pretty, I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay in bed and watch this show all day. And here we are.
It's not bad.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well.
I'm not going to lie. I think I'm just going to
I'm going to keep watching it. Yeah, for sure.
It's great.
Which is so funny.
I'm having a good time. So,
but
be careful with the last season.
Okay. Listen, now already knowing Landon is mud actually helps. I'm not going to lie.
Also, I'm pretty sure, when I looked up like the Wikipedia, whatever, it says that he's a phoenix. So I don't know what the mud situation is. We're going with mud. But
he's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he also a tribrid? Oh, he's so fancy. He's a tribrid with eyeliner. Okay, look. Show. Sorry, I'm here to shit on Landon exclusively.
Yes.
This is the vibe I'm bringing to the party. It is that boy sucks.
Again, so many spoilers, but we're discussing the show, and so I have to do
It's fine.
It. I bring up the mud because the show, where it lost me, the moment that I maybe went, was that Hope Michelson and Landon, they have a lot of back and forth. It's like there's so many times where she could be free, and it keeps coming back. And then they sleep together. And after they consummate their love, he turns into mud.
So this is Angel but worse. This is Angel but dumber and worse.
Literally, he disintegrates into mud. And it's
truly incredible. How did I not get to this episode? I was watching them in order, and then I skipped ahead to watch the one where Lizzie makes the alternate, the genie wish realities, because I heard that Hope and Josie flirt a lot in that one. Yeah. So I skipped to that one. I can't believe I didn't skip to the one where Hope fucks a man out of existence, because that feels like the right answer. Is like, as soon as you sleep with a man, he should just
disintegrate
off the earth.
He has been used for his purpose, and he is now gone.
The universe knows this is wrong. It's like, that felt bad. This shouldn't happen again. Let's just put that man out.
Literally a blob of mud next to this girl. Episode ends.
I feel like
what?
I feel like if your vagina just ends a man's being, I feel like that's a sign of something. Is that just me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's what I've always said.
Historically,
the world's telling you something here, and it's you shouldn't sleep with men. Hope Michelson.
Listen yes. Up. Well, let's discuss which character should have been gay. Do we want to start with Hope?
Can we start with the actually gay of it? Because I feel like that's also, as we're saying this is a should have been gayer, I feel like we shouldn't erase the small amount that they tried.
Yeah,
they tried.
Yes. Well, it was sort of nice. Like, that's why when I first started it, I was like, okay, 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
They're like, that's my ex. And it's like 2 girls.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And she's like, I'm bi. And like, who gives a fuck? Like, sexuality.
They set the expectations
so high,
and then didn't even come close to trying to meet them again ever once.
Well, I guess I'm curious because Kristina, you've seen more of it. We see some kisses between Penelope and Hope, right? How much? Sorry, Penelope and Josie.
Yeah.
How much actual gayness did we see? Like, do we have Hope turn a woman into mud or no?
I only wish. No, Josie gets a different girlfriend later. This is also when I was getting mad, I remember. Because, okay, here's what happens. Here's what happens in these shows, right? They want to give you the queerness, sure. And then, people like me, it's like, I can't be pleased. I can't. Because I want the people who have the chemistry to get together. I think everybody wants that. And that is like gay, straight, everything in between. stop putting people together that don't have chemistry.
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard to watch. And so it's not that like, oh, and now Josie has a girlfriend. Great. Josie is the only person allowed to be with two women in the show, and that's the vessel. And it's all very like chaste-ish. It's like CW. It's never like anything too much or anything like that. But it's just that I just felt like they just introduced some cool, edgy girl who's like obviously queer because she's the cool, edgy girl who's like, so obviously they're going to get together because that's how that goes. But then like Hope and Josie are right there, and then they keep having their longing looks and all of these moments. And I'm like, but why? Yeah. So it's just, it disappoints in that way that it's like a lot of shows do where I feel like they pigeonhole whoever the one queer character is. It's like, okay, now we're going to explore only through them and no other character. And they're going to take on every story the queer community has ever had. And it's like, there's no, like this poor person is going to go through it.
Yeah,
and they're
Josie speaks for all the gays.
Right.
She is all of us.
Yes. But then again, with the queerness of it all, the only other like the little anecdotes we got too from Hope is like Hope confirms in an episode that she had a crush on Josie in a throwaway line that is never addressed for whatever reason.
Okay, here maybe can we jump off from that as the jumping off point, because there's so many things about this setup that make me so mad, and that is a perfect representation of a lot of them, because not only do you have like, sure, they had the chemistry, they have the longing looks, they have all this stuff, the backstory is so good for a long like arc story.
Of end game. Yes,
the slow burn end game of being like, oh, you've been sort of in each other's orbits your whole lives since you were kids. You've had, I did actually have a crush. Josie is like obviously into girls and has these very conflicted feelings around Hope. You have, what's his face, the dad, who's like basically just like, also my daughter. I'm like, it's
right.
It's so perfect to just be like, what would actually fix all of your lives? If Hope and Josie fuck. And
that's it.
Like, that's the story. That's it right there. And the fact that they gave her the throwaway line and then did nothing with it, that's a hate crime.
Well, there's also like, because when I was watching the compilations, it's like Josie also confirms the same thing. So I feel like it's like, you sort of not expect it, but it's like Josie's the queer character. So they're like,
right.
Oh, well, Josie has had a crush on Hope. And also I feel like does what like a lot of like young closeted people do, which is like she deflected so like basically turned it into like, oh, well, I have to hate you because I have a crush on you.
Yeah.
It's so relatable. It's so relatable. I can't believe that. Plus, it's like you have the whole, like, you start the series and Hope is, I'm too broody and angsty and I have too many feelings and guilt and I don't have friends and I don't talk to anybody and all I do is go play fight with my headmaster by a lake and that's enough for me, right? And her first foray into like, I can
have a friend,
have an interaction with a person. Like I can ask someone for a favor. She goes to Josie and says, I need your help. These two girls who have both had crushes on each other and are both like,
and then do dark magic together.
Yes.
And then we do some dark magic together.
The gayest thing possible.
Yeah. Oh, I need your hands.
I do feel like there are so many Buffy parallels.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. No, and the thing too is like, I think there's always this angle from the perspective of people who create these shows and the writers of like, they'll come at you with it's important to show strong female friendships that are just friendships. And
bullshit.
Yes. Sure. But like, yeah, we don't spend time showing a lot of male-female friendships either. It's always like, no, they have to be fucking each other or mad that they weren't fucking each other, or one has to be like a sibling. Yeah. It's just like, that's the only way.
It's also, as Ellie and I say all the time, that's not why we're here. That's not what, not what
yeah. Like the amount of people who have said that to us as well. We don't care.
We're like, we're 157 episodes of Should Have Been Gays into this. You think we haven't heard it? We know. That's not why we're here. That's not what we do here.
And that's not what we want. But I feel like
friendships are great and fine, and they are for another time.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and I feel like also it's
she can be friends with Lizzie, whatever.
Exactly, sort of. Except I would also ship them. But
right.
I'm saying, it's like what you were saying earlier, where you're like, put the people with chemistry together. We're not saying that like female friendships don't exist. These two women are not friends.
Yeah.
And they actively say it, right? They both actively say, I had a crush on you at one time. I had a crush on you at this time. And you're not going to give us any sort of, like, if it was a man and a woman, they would be like,
who said that? Yeah. People would be like, they can't be friends. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is I think it just comes from a place where female friendships are confusing. And there's probably a lot of people who have a crush on their friend right now, whoever you are out there, and you don't know how to say it to yourself.
We see you and we know. We know you feel that way.
And then you have to project and be like, no, we're just friends. And I get it. It's scary. It's hard. But the sooner you face this, the better your life will become. Sorry, that's what
it's just funny. Me and my fiance were friends for 2 years, so
the jury's out.
Just really close platonic friends, you know?
And here
we are. And we all know someone who's at that position. You are so correct. Yeah, I think, what did she say? She was like, yeah, well, I think I've learned that like when I really, really want to be best friends with someone in an aggressive way, like I actually want to marry them. I'm like, yeah, I think that's the vibe.
Yeah.
You're correct. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's actually really funny, not to take us off too much in a tangent, but I get a lot of Instagram content all the time of like best friends, like times with women together. It's amazing. And it's like, the content is really like what they're saying, like, I just want to be with my friends naked in a lake and swim together. And it's like, and the thing is still like the caption, it's not even ironic. It's they're being like, female friendships are great. Like, just be with your friends. Take your friends on a trip like this. And then it'll be like footage of two women in a nightgown kind of like playing around in the forest together and then like sleeping around like on a trip by themselves. And I'm like, what is...
Mm-hmm. Just normal hetero stuff, Kristina. I don't understand what's confusing here. Okay,
right.
Just like normal straight stuff. No, but we've literally. I think I pitched Ellie a song last year to write that it was like the whole vibe of it was basically going to be like, you know how straight women are constantly being like, oh my God, I can't wait till my bestie gets here because like then I don't have to be around my husband anymore. Right. Like that whole thing where they're constantly just being like, oh my God, something exciting happened. All I want to do is tell my BFF about it because my husband sucks and I don't ever want to hang out with him. And I'm just like, what is that vibe? Like what?
What does that mean?
What are we doing here? Just fuck your best friend. What is the issue? I don't understand. But it's so true. Yeah. It's so true.
I mean, obviously, we're all on the same page. I'm like, we all have had these experiences.
And I mean, I think that's like Legacies would have been the perfect vessel to just kind of like run through this storyline because Landon is the husband that sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of figure that just keeps getting in the way. Oh, because what I hated too is they did that trope thing where they made Josie date Landon.
What?
Two people who have even less chemistry.
No, I hate this. I hate this. I lied. I'm not going to finish watching the show.
Wait, when? Okay. Also, what is the context of the Josie Landon situation? That is crazy.
Yeah. So I don't remember details because again, anger. But what I do recall was just there's something like, you know, they do that thing all shows do where it's like now they're going to pair because Hope and Josie have this great friendship. And now they're going to like tear into that by Josie has developed this thing for Landon. And I think you have to do something.
They're already passing Raphael around like a bad cold. We do not need to add Landon into the mix of this. Like it's unnecessary.
Right. And there were a lot of supernatural circumstances because granted, and, you know, any fan of the show is just like yelling at their screen at this point. They're like, you don't know this show, Kristina Pupo. That's what they're thinking. Because I'm really like glazing over so many like important things, but something about memory, yada, yada, yada. The point is like Landon forgets about Hope and is with Josie instead, or I don't know. They do that whole thing. All I remember are the looks between Josie and Hope while she's so hurt because of Landon. It seemed a lot like she was hurt because Josie was now with him instead of with her. And then it's like weird. And they always do that. It's like they have to put the man, which is why my synopsis said a mud boy comes between them, because really he's the villain.
Yes.
And he actually is the villain in different parts. You'll see that.
Yeah.
God. Okay, listen. On that note, I'm going to say, let's take a break. Let's hear from some sponsors. We'll come back and talk more about how much gayer this show should have been.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states. The holidays are approaching, and everyone knows that this time of year, the sooner you can get things done, the better. For both shoppers and businesses, the best time to score great deals during the holidays is during that Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And if you have your own business, whether you've been around the block a few times or this is your first year going through the holiday sale rush, the most important thing you can have is a platform that can handle everything that's about to be thrown at you. This is a crucial time for your business and your customers. And with Shopify, you can be sure that your tools and platform are ready for anything that comes your way. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to entrepreneurs who will be participating in their first Black Friday, Cyber Monday this year. With everything else going on, you probably don't have time to spend hours poring over every little detail in your online store. That's why Shopify's thousands of templates and tools help you streamline website creation and make sure that your site isn't just aesthetically pleasing, but functional and easy to use. Shopify's expedited checkout, Shop Pay, saves customer information and reduces hassle. And the best part is that it's been proven to boost conversions, meaning you'll see less abandoned carts and more profits. You can also stress less knowing that Shopify's award-winning customer support team is on standby 24/7 to help with any issues that arise, allowing you to get back to your business as fast as possible. This Black Friday, join the thousands of new entrepreneurs hearing for the first time with Shopify. Sign up for your free trial today at shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm and make this Black Friday one to remember.
Goodbye, Kyle!
Did the sound of those words call to you like Pavlov's dog? Then you might enjoy our podcast, Turtle Time.
Every week, you can join me, Riley Hamilton, and my co-host, Amy Scarlatta, as we cover the most pressing Bravo news and dig into the new episodes to answer important questions like, who the hell is Adrian Malouf in this world?
Listen to Turtle Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death. I'm your host, Roz Hernandez, and I'll be guiding guests through the creepy questions and chaotic games, all to win the ultimate title of Horror Movie Champion. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you.
Should we talk about, like, the episode, right? The one that you watched, Lee, the genie wish, the alternate universe, where it's like,
yes,
the ultimate queer baiting.
Let's do it, because also I have other things I need to talk about that are not even specifically character related. They're just other things about the show that felt gay to me, and I was frustrated that it didn't like live up to, again, the gayness it could have. So yes, did you watch the whole episode, Ellie, or did you see I
watched the clips. I've seen they're on the couch scene where they're like laughing.
Having just watched it today,
Mhm.
okay, the brief highlight points you need to know are Lizzie is visited by a Ginny, not to be confused with a genie, totally different. A Ginny that grants wishes, and all of her wishes center around Hope because she's also obsessed with Hope, and Hope has ruined her life, right? And so all of her wishes are basically just like progressively wishing Hope out of her life harder and harder and harder, which is totally not because she's obsessed with Hope in any way whatsoever. So first she wishes that like, oh, I wish Hope had never come to the school. And then like somehow she still shows up. And then she's like, oh, I wish the school had never existed then. And then like Hope still shows up. And so then she's like, I wish Hope was never born, and then she like ruins the world. But the important thing is that in the middle one of those wishes, she's at the public school. Josie's like the queen bee head cheerleader popular girl, and then Hope Michelson shows up with her crew of superhero vampires and Pedro to like save them all, and proceeds to just flirt mercilessly with Josie, like hand on the leg. They're like little raised eyebrows at each other. Sparks were flying, and Lizzie's like, unacceptable, get me out of here, right? Not because she's jealous though, just because she hates Hope. That's the general that's the general gist, right?
It's a good synopsis. Yeah, Kristina, how did it feel for you to like see that episode when you were waiting for them to get together?
Yeah, it felt bad. Bad, doctor. It felt bad. That it just.
Can you show us where it hurt?
Yeah, right here. Yeah, no, because at that point they're just acknowledging that in some universes or in some iterations, this is a thing. You know, so it's just not a thing in the real one. Why? So it's like they're basically saying if paths had changed, you know, for Hope or for Josie, they would be probably having sex.
Yep.
And they'd be having sex with Hope wearing that little like leather superhero outfit too, which like really feels like we were robbed.
It is a gay vibe.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, no, the whole thing. Like the leg and the touching and the sister being jealous about it. And that's like a whole runner, right? You know, Lizzie always just being like, oh, like there was some episode where she was like, oh, you're not having a sex dream about Hope or something that she says to Josie. Like, this is the thing. It's like constantly mentioned. And so it's like the show has acknowledged it, but then won't do anything about it because they're cowards.
Because they're cowards. And okay, I'm going to use that as my segue because there's a couple things that irritate me. One, we've touched on this a little bit, but I hate when shows give us deeply, deeply relatable queer scenarios that they try to tell us aren't gay. And I'm like, you think this is a relatable thing because you have this like, oh, this is just a normal thing that girls feel. And I'm like, no, it's a normal thing that gay girls feel that they didn't always have a chance to explore fully. That's why to us, we're like, yeah, that shit's you're jealous of your, oh, you saw Hope touch Josie's leg once and you're like, end this universe immediately. That's gay, bitch. That, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, explore that. I would love for them to have done a backstory where like Lizzie called dibs on Hope way back when, and then Hope blew them
because
off,
she always calls Hope. She always calls dibs.
Yeah,
she always calls dibs, right? I'm like, that would be a fucking great storyline. But listen, hire us all to do the remake of Legacies. That's actually,
but it is interesting because that's what I was saying sort of towards the beginning, right? It's like this 2018 situation where people are like, we're going to acknowledge that gay people exist, but you're not allowed to be together.
Right.
Like, you can exist in this universe, but like, you're not allowed to be Endgame. You're not allowed to be the main love interest.
Main character. Yeah, too. Because I think that's the thing is that even though arguably Josie is one of the main characters, Hope being the titular character could not be gay because that would upset the masses, I guess.
Even Josie. I think what angered me so much is that when you get the immediate line of Josie like, oh, my ex, this girl, and then
boy.
And then immediately tossing her into this love triangle with Lizzie and Raphael. And I was like, well, that actually just sucks. And it's not even the like, it's not you can't have characters that are bisexual. It's not about that. It's just it is, again, constantly frustrating to be like, sure, you gave us a queer character. You gave us an openly, admittedly bisexual character.
Yeah.
But her whole storyline is like all about men. And I don't want that. Like, if you're going to make her bi, why can't she be chasing after a girl? Like, it's just frustrating. And you don't need to create the love triangle with the twin. Like, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary, especially because Raphael also sucked. They all sucked. All the men sucked, okay?
I just want to say, since you mentioned it, as a bisexual woman, I can only speak for myself, but just, No,
just like Josie speaks for all gays.
Talk
for every bisexual woman.
Just for myself. I will say, I'm not asking for more men and women to get together. Just for anyone listening, any executives that are like, you know what bi representation we need? The one where the woman is with a man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the story
Because
that
guess
never
why?
gets told.
Right. Like, I have so many other things. If I want to watch that, I have so many things that I can watch and get like a great romance that is not Raphael and Josie, the least chemistry in the room. Like, I can watch brilliant things. I want to see more stories of women with women because, like, the whole thing about bisexual, pansexual, anything like that is like you have multiple interests there, and so I want to fulfill that side. I don't ever see, and yes, we see more blah blah blah. No, it's like still the same things. Once you binge them all, you've binged them all. Then you're just sitting around and be like, what else can I rewatch that made me feel something once, 10 years ago? So I do think like it's not for bi representation. They're just, that's just the way that they can explain it.
Yes.
So that they can
I also feel like it erases a really true fact of, I think, the experience of many, again, I'm not going to say all, but many bisexual women, which is that they're not just tripping over every dude, they're tripping over every woman and like one nerdy guy. Okay? Like, let's be real. Every bisexual woman is like, I'm attracted to all women and like this one specific man. Come on.
Is that true, Kristina? As you speak for all the bisexuals?
If I'm not qualified to represent the experience of all bisexual women as the one lesbian here, I don't know what we're doing here. Like,
I'm gonna get so much hate mail.
Yeah, yeah, we're all getting canceled after this.
But I think I was just gonna say it is true of like in media representation. I feel like they were just like, oh, we're gonna say she's bisexual so we can check off a box.
Yes.
Right.
And not super explore it.
Yeah.
And
give
that's the part.
A chance is all I'm saying. That girl was in it, man.
Mm-hmm. They do have a love story. They do have more of a love story in this too, right? Her and Penelope.
They do in season 1. But again, you see, I had very focused, narrow vision to what I wanted to happen in this show.
And they just
so it's like everything
and who
else.
can blame you, truthfully?
It was right there.
It was right there. I think that's just hard. But yeah, Penelope's there. And again, like they also didn't explore. They could have all of the kids could have been gay. Even that headmaster, Alaric.
True. Yeah.
I don't know. He's very pretty.
What's the other guy that he's always Damien?
Dorian.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say a couple other things before we do the Q and Gays before we do our ships, because I do have some other things about the show that also just like to me as a queer person felt gay, and I feel like it didn't acknowledge them at all, and it was hurtful. And they are twofold. Number one, I think it's dumb to give us this whole, oh, she's a tribrid. We've invented a new thing. She's a witch and a werewolf and a vampire. That feels gay. There's just no other way to explain it, but I'm like, that's the supernatural alphabet mafia. Like, that's what that is. That's the queer community being like, we've invented new letters. Start learning them. That is Hope Michelson by herself.
Are you just saying like Hope is non-binary? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hope is like, actually, Dad, I'm not just gay. I'm also trans non-binary. I'm a little ace. I'm like, this is what her character
That's
is.
actually so true. That's so true.
Yes.
She's like, I'm multifaceted and like, you can't put me in a box.
There's more letters now. I've got 4 flags and you got to wave them all at the fucking parade. Okay.
Yes. You're so right.
That's gay.
Well, to that point, though, in the pilot, Landon calls Hope a unicorn.
Yes.
Yes.
So true.
They're naming it very right off the gate. Like, they're just like, here you go.
Yes.
They handed
and
it
so
to
then
us.
you're going to tell me that girl is straight? That girl?
No.
A tribrid?
Well, to be fair, she has actively said she's not straight because she said she had a crush on.
Yeah, not in a way
Right.
that's explored, and therefore it's a hate crime. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
does Hope ever have any other like interactions with any other women besides Josie that feel like
No, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like they really tried to sell us the Hope Landon saga as much as they could. I feel like she can have chemistry with like Lizzie in a different way, like their whole frenemy vibe, you know? I was going to say earlier too, it reminded me kind of referencing Buffy for the millionth time of like Cordelia and Buffy and that like, you know, weird, like we're hating each other kind of a thing where then like, you know, Cordelia had a wish episode too or whatever.
Yeah.
When she wished Buffy was never born. And I was like, oh, they're doing that same thing. But yeah, because like Lizzie's hate for Hope kind of, it then turns into like admiration and like friendship. And eventually Josie leaves. She leaves the show in the dumbest way where they put her on a bus, literally. And she leaves. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They follow that trope. And that's when I checked out. And I was like, I don't need it. I don't need this anymore. Because now there's no hope.
That sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's good. That's good. Well, I feel like I watched some of the compilations also of Lizzie and Hope, and there's a whole situation where like Lizzie turns into a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
And then it turns out that Hope is actually her sire.
Hot.
Yeah. And she doesn't realize.
Hot, I'm into it.
Yeah. Well, it's like a weird secret thing because she like somehow transfuses her blood with vampire blood that was donated to the school. And
the show goes off the rails.
And then it turned out that blood was Hope's blood. And then it's like, so it is so complex. But then there was another part that was like, you can't willingly sire for another vampire unless you feel love for them or something like that. So it's like,
I'm into it.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Still into it.
And then Hope has this line where she's like, I hate you for making me love you or whatever. Or Lizzie has a line to Hope.
Yes.
And I'm like,
stop.
That whole, I feel like there is a friend.
Maybe I won't finish watching the show. I'll just read what I'm sure is the
best fanfic
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta look that up. I have one last thing.
Great.
I have one last thing, and it was like floating in the back of my head, and it didn't really like coalesce into a coherent thought until. Did you watch the episode with the necromancer, Ellie? Okay. So for anyone who didn't. All of the whole basic premise of season 1, at least, is that there's this knife and this dark place, and like all of the other magical creatures of the world got ripped from existence and our memories. And so they keep coming back, and then people will be like, what? Dragons aren't real? And they're like, that's the dragon, bitch. And so they're all sort of like fighting their way back into this plane of existence and being like, we're real. Okay. So the necromancer shows up and he's like, he's fabulous. And that man is gay. And he's like, I'm the necromancer. Surely you've heard of me. I'm infamous. I'm in all the books, right? Here's what I think also felt gay about this is I feel like this is a relatable queer storyline to constantly be like, no, actually, every week is just us trying to convince straight people that we are real and exist, right? So, like, every monster in this show, gay.
Yes, that's very true.
They're gay.
And getting, written out of history.
Yes.
I mean, hello.
Yeah, they're like, what do you mean you don't remember me? Like, we've always been here. And then all the, like, you know, straight people are like, doesn't sound familiar to me. So that feels gay to me. That's like a gay lived experience, you know?
So right.
The levels. God. I was just wanting Josie and Hope to kiss, but now
now you have this. So listen, I'm just saying I feel like there are a lot of things in this whole show that they created that I'm like, that's gay. That's a gay storyline. And then instead they kept they just dangled Josie in front of us and did nothing with it. And it's disappointing. And that's all.
Yes, I agree. Kristina, anything else that you want to talk about that was super gay about the show to you?
You know, I feel like, again, as I said, I do think all the students were probably a little gay. But I feel like, honestly, as I mentioned just earlier, that I would have loved to see Landon. I think I would have liked him better, honestly, as a gay character. Make him bi, sure. They like that, right? They liked.
Yes.
I just think it would have been like more layers to him that I would have been like, oh, you're more interesting than Mud. So, and I think like, you know, he had chemistry with a lot of the guys. All the guys had chemistry with each other too.
Wait,
it's just like,
I thought of one more thing. Finish, please.
Yeah. I was going to say like the wolf packs and stuff. And like they're, you know, I feel like they tried to make them like more sensitive males here and there. But, you know, like they're like, we're a bunch of wolves and we're in a pack together and we're alphas. And I'm like, I've seen you in a club together dancing late at night. Like, I know this vibe.
Literally, this is, you just said that, and that's what popped into my head, is they make such a big deal out of the, like, oh, the wolves, they're always in a pack, they always hang out together, they eat lunch together. Do we ever see a female werewolf other than ostensibly Hope? Who are they fucking?
Right.
Who are those boys fucking? That's what I want to know.
That's so true. They're like, they never talk to any of us.
No, they're always in the fucking showers together.
It's giving. Okay, have you heard of the recent Pink Pony Club debacle?
No.
Okay, so there's this gay club in Sydney, Australia, and they named it Pink Pony Club. And it's gay man who is like, yes, we named it Pink Pony Club because we love Chapel and we want it to be a 90% gay man bar.
What?
Yeah, he was like, we named it Pink Pony Club, so it's a safe space for gay men ages 18 through 35
sorry, what?
to sweat on each other. And they literally said like to dance all sweaty in a safe place. It's giving like they are exclusionary to everyone who is not a gay man.
Oh,
like the werewolves at the Salvatore School for.
Is this? Yes, it's the exact same thing.
Like they kind of missed the point of the song.
Oh, they so missed it. They've since sent like an apology and are changing the name.
Yeah.
They were like, well, it's the same way that we love Dancing Queen. I was like, you guys are such gay men. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, the Salvatore School werewolf pack. That's a good thing to have brought up, I think. Yeah.
It just basically that is the Salvatore School Pride Parade. It's just those boys walking anywhere.
They're going to circuit parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a more fun version of that show if they would have like leaned in. Because not to say that the show didn't have its fun moments and it had a lot of supernatural stuff, but like if they would have reined it in and just stuck to these stories, because it kind of goes off the rails because they keep looking for a plot. And I'm like, you got the plot right here. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of like teenagers with hormones in a school and powers and like queer undertones. Just explore
Just
it.
go for it.
Like, you know, have a monster come in. Yeah, sure. Once an episode, but let's just stick here for a while. And I think the show probably would have kept going and a little bit more.
I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest, that it got 4 seasons. Like, I feel like that's a lot of seasons.
I think it was the queer community because there was so many people who really just wanted to see everything come to fruition because we were just hoping. They had us hoping for so long.
We held on a long time, you know?
I know.
We'll watch a lot of seasons of some bad TV just in the hope of seeing 2 women kiss.
And we're so used to it. I think that's why, you know, you're like, why Legacies? Why'd you watch it? And like, because I'm used to waiting for something I want to happen that is never given to me. But you wait and every look means so much, you know, you're like, oh my God. And this episode, the whole reason I watched it is for a 30-second moment where Josie puts her hand on Hope and you're like,
legitimately, can I tell you? Because I'm like, I did some research first. And so I'd seen like, oh my God, this whole episode. And then they're flirting so badly. And I was like, they're literally on screen together for like under 10 seconds.
And everyone was like,
do a lot with those 10 seconds. That's not, I mean, we won't write it off, but it is sort of laughable. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, for someone who watched, you know, I did not watch compilations like till like later, but like I just watched the full episodes just hoping. And then, you know, as they were airing, once I had found it, because they were still airing when I found it. And just like the disappointment of like you wait the whole episode and you're like, oh.
Listen, people watch the whole series of Rizzoli and Isles hoping for something. Like, it's fine, you know. I'm like, we got time.
Rizzoli.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah. It could many missed opportunities.
Who are we shipping? Let's do this ourselves. We'll fix the show for them.
Yeah, I mean.
Kristina, if you had to pick, who are you shipping?
Well, now like I'm kind of in Ellie's court of Lizzie, Josie, and Hope. should have been like a triad for the tribrid.
Yeah.
So just let's do that.
Putting the tri.
The twins can learn how to share for once.
Oh my God, that's like the episode like synopsis for one
The
of
twins
them.
learn how to share.
Yeah.
Hope's like, you get me on Thursdays, you get me on Friday.
Hope makes a Google calendar, and yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What would the ship? Yeah, what's the ship name for the three of them together?
Oh my God, Hoplozy? No, Hoplozy.
Hoplozy. Well, because we already know, right? Hope and Josie is Hosey.
Yeah.
And then Hope and Lizzie also have their own ship, which I believe is Hizzy. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Hope Izzy.
Yeah. Something like that.
Hozizzy. We love just the portmanteau.
Right.
So good.
Ellie, who are you shipping?
My top ship is, I mean, I only saw a few episodes, right? But I really do like the real enemies to lovers kind of antagonistic stuff. So I am going to say Hope and Lizzie is mine. There's a little more spice there.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You going Hizzy or Hosey?
I'm Hizzy. I'm a Hizzy girl. What about you, Lee?
Okay, I feel like I should do two kind of dark horse options then. So I'm going to pitch both Josie and Penelope.
Okay.
Because listen, give that girl a chance. Give your ex a chance, everyone, is what I'm saying.
I don't know about that. Young listeners
if your
don't.
Ex doesn't deserve a second chance. I don't know what we're doing here.
Wow, what a takeaway.
Yeah, I did not think we were going to get
that. Clip that,
I didn't know we were going to get there. Continue.
Okay, and I'm going to call that Penelope.
Okay, Penelope.
It rolls off.
It's made to be. And then I'm gonna pitch Raphael and Landon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the other one.
Like you're in the woods, it's cold, you just gotta cuddle up to stay warm, and then like, oh no, your shirt fell off. Oh no.
It's a big chosen family piece, I feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chosen family, then you fuck. That's how that story goes. And their ship name is Raphael, so I think that's made to be.
Honestly, they're the best couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I mean, they also have that long story of like knowing each other through all the foster systems, and they're so
noble for each other, like Landon's like, just make sure he doesn't come after me this time. He belongs here. He's got a home, a good one, finally, that he deserves. And I'm like, just kiss your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, no, I did rewatch the pilot recently with my girlfriend, and immediately she was like, are those boys together? I was like, no, the gay hasn't started actually, technically, but has it? Yeah.
I feel like that is the funny thing about just like watching a show in preparation for I Should Have Been Gay. Like I went in sort of blind. So you are just like, okay, who am I? Who am I latching onto? Yeah. It's great.
And then Hope Michelson walks on screen and you're
like,
oh,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, it's time then, I think, for our Q and Gay.
Q and Gay.
Question number 1. Pick your team. A, witches. B, vamps. C, wolves. Or D, tribrid.
Witches.
I can see that for you. You're giving witch energy for sure.
Okay, question 2. Which monster of the week would you least want to fight out of A, Arachne, B, the Necromancer, C, Gargoyle, or D, Dragon?
I would pick the Necromancer because I think we should go for drinks.
Okay. Yeah, you want to actually hang out. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to fight.
Yeah, let's hang out. That makes sense. Question number 3. Who do you ship Josie with? A, Hope, B, Raphael, or C, Penelope?
Oh, that's like unfair. Hope, 100%.
Yes.
Here, come back, guys.
We're going to put these on our Instagram too, and I dare anyone to pick anything else. That's all. It's going to be good. Okay, question 4. Choose one out of A, Vampire Diaries, B, The Originals, or C, Legacies.
I'd choose Legacies just because I didn't finish Vampire Diaries.
How many seasons of Vampire Diaries? I feel like it's also just like one of those shows that has like 25 seasons.
It ran a long time. Yeah.
There's a lot more than you'd think when you like look it up and you're like, oh.
It's like the Supernaturals of the world where it's like, you're just like,
yes.
If I'm going to try to start watching this, like it's a commitment.
It's 8 seasons. Yeah. Sorry, I had to Google it to know. 8 seasons. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then you see an ad for it and you're like, I thought it got canceled.
You're like, it's still on. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Like Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven, but with dragons.
Seventh Heaven ran for so long. Oh, God.
I've seen
That's
so many of
taking
those
us
episodes.
back.
That's a good one.
That's great.
All right. Final question. Who was the most forgettable man? A. Landon, B. Raphael, C. MG, or D. Alaric?
Oh, they're so forgettable.
They're all bad. They're all bad.
Mudboy?
Forgettable is such an interesting word.
Mm-hmm.
I think in reality, as a character, Alaric is forgettable as a person because he's just kind of like white toast.
Mm-hmm.
But Landon, I want to forget.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Can I tell you, Alaric is so forgettable that I literally was looking at his face for like 2 full episodes being like, who are you? Why do you seem so familiar? And I had to look him up.
From Legally Blonde?
Yeah, exactly. I had to like look him up and then be like, oh yeah, I guess that is you, huh? So he's not a bad choice, but I mean, obviously I'm
sure
here to shit on Landon, so that's the right answer.
Yeah, no, I'm sure Lark, like the guy who plays him too, like great guy. I'm sure he's awesome. But yeah, when I watched the pilot again with my girlfriend, there was a moment where Lark shakes hands with some like sheriff or something. And she's like, is that the guy who was supposed to get his role and didn't? Because they looked very similar. And I was like, oh my God, you're probably right.
That's so
I feel
true.
like you can be the sheriff. Yeah, there's just like a certain generic quality there.
There's a generic quality, and also I feel like, I mean, again, like no disrespect to this man, but on like 90% of his acting in this show is just him having to be like,
Yeah.
Just strong, concerned, fatherly faces. Like I just need to have emotional eyes, and I'm like, it's a lot.
I also didn't realize like until a few episodes in, I was like, is this guy is just a human? Like I feel like that was the other thing too, where I was like, wait, so why is he the only human here as well? Because it makes sense.
He has a storied past that I read on a Wikipedia page from the other shows. So he's been a lot of things, but he is currently human. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, that makes sense. Yeah. Like they sucked all the life out of him. Now he's just a human. That's it.
It's a great gig. I wish I could play an Alaric like character something.
Yeah, it's simple.
Hey, credit to this guy for getting, I mean, so what? Vampire Diaries ran for 8 seasons. He was in the originals. This show for 4 seasons. Like, how many seasons of television did this guy get out of this one role? I mean,
honestly, good for him.
Right. He doesn't care what we say about him. Living a better life.
He's living a good life. Amazing. Well, Kristina, thank you so much for coming back and talking to us. We love hanging out with you.
Yes. No, thank you. This has been awesome and it was great. And I just hope that
they don't come for us.
Can enjoy it. Yeah. Really, I'm scared. I'm going to disconnect myself and just change my name. But just remember that this is all in good fun. But no, this was awesome.
On that note, tell our listeners where they can find you on all social media platforms.
Yeah. So just go to @Maria Bedford. It's my social handles are my name @Kristina Pupo, Kristina with a K. And there you can find everything about my show, Death is a Babe, which is currently out and will continue to stream on YouTube into November. And on YouTube, you can find Death is a Babe @Death is a Babe. It's very simple. I make things very easy for people. But yeah, connect with me. Tell me how much you hated this episode. Whatever you'd like.
It's all good for the engagement.
Give people the quick elevator gay synopsis pitch for Death is a Babe, too.
Yes. So Death is a Babe is basically a queer woman who just happens to be the Grim Reaper. And she, like all of us, is just having an existential crisis about why she has to kill people and why she has to kill who she has to kill. And she just wants to have a good time and fall in love. But the powers that be just keep forcing her to do this job that really has like some kind of nefarious undercurrent going on, much like modern day life.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice.
So yeah, it's campy. It's fun. It's got some heart in there here and there. But the episodes are short. It's like 2 to 4 minute episodes. But yeah, big plan. So if you find it and you like it, yeah, take a watch. And I I will be making more of this because I can't cancel my own show.
Yes, that's what we love to hear.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
What a great episode.
We did it.
We did it. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
We love hearing from all of you, and we love building communities. So we just want to shout out some of our favorite things every episode. This episode, we want to start with not even a thing someone sent us, really. It's just a comment that was made in our Discord chat that made us laugh way too much. So shout out to Majuba for dropping the idea that any of our listeners might reach out to us to let us know that they started listening in, like, grade school.
Or they were in grade school when we started. So
started listening in grade school, because he basically made the comment that, like, if we're 9 seasons in, that 9 plus 9 equals 18. So, you know, we might have young adult college age listeners who were
in elementary school when we started this show.
We started this. So anyways, we're feeling young and
vibrant. Speaking of feeling young and vibrant, I would like to shout out my fiance, Bailey Katsumata Smith, for
on her podcast debut.
On her podcast debut last week, and also blowing up our Instagram in a way that made me laugh. Thank you to my wife and to Lee and Kristen as well, with an E, and then said, "I love my lesbians." Then immediately after said, "Kristen" with an I, sorry. So the chaos that ensued on our Instagram, thank you, Bailey, for that. And also we'll shout out Mara, who is a friend of Bailey's, who said giggling, because of course it's a very Bailey thing to do, to comment 3 times on an Instagram post with her face on it.
I mean, incredible. We love that for her.
Thank you for the engagement. The engagement on the post and being engaged to me.
Yes, both engagements, all the engagements. As always, we want to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Lizette Stye,
Adi Benitez,
Sophia Phillips,
and Armani Gucci.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen,
and Andrea Doucette. Thank you all so much. We could not keep doing this show without you and all of our patrons.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Lez Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at lezhangoutpod@gmail.com.
Check out our website at lezhangoutpod.com.
And whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, make sure that you subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up every week.
We're also putting videos up on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/lezhangoutpod to catch them.
Lez Hang Out is an independently produced show. It's hosted by us. Our audio production is done by Ellie. Our production assistant is Krista Murison, and other podcasting shenanigans are done by me.
If you want to support the podcast, the best way to do that is to rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast. We love to hear what you have to say.
If you want to join our Patreon, you get access to our Les Extracurricular bonus episodes. You get access to our Discord chat, and it really, really makes a huge difference in helping us keep the show running. You can join at bit.ly/LesPatreon.
If you want to get some Lez Hang Out merch, it's the perfect time to get it for the holidays. You can get that at our merch store at bit.ly/LesMerch.
Remember, we also have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings. You can find us everywhere at $Bean Prod.
Or at our website, dollarbeanproductions.com.
You can check out our first 2 shows, The Flame and Journey to the Heart, on any podcasting app.
And if you want to help support us in making more musicals, you can join our Patreon at bit.ly/$Patreon.
If you want to follow us individually, you can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
You can find me at Ellie Bridgida on Instagram and TikTok. With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.